Tasting like a boss, narcoleptic Chihuahua Productions. That'll do it. Tasting like a boss. How you guys doing? Dustin's around here wandering. So I see Kylo too, wandering around. So you may see them from time to time, may not. We're going to be doing a 4-way coffee review, guys. We're going to be doing Bones Coffee Company Coconut Rum, another pirate-themed one. I just did Wicked Rum, which was their rum barrel-aged coffee. Liked it a lot. Very special. Now, this one's not going to be rum barrel-aged. This is going to be coconut rum flavored. And I'm really hoping it's going to be a lot better than one of the other coconut experiences I had with them, which was pina colada. Not a fan. Not a fan of that. I am wearing a Bones shirt. I don't have a coconut rum shirt. I was actually going to wear a Goonies shirt because I was going to try to keep it like pirate themed. But I have Salty Siren. So, you know, hey, keeping it nautical. And by the way, when I say a 4-way review, for those who do not know, that means we're going to be doing it in a cold brew. Have it here. Cold brew for over 24 hours. We're going to be doing it in the drip. And we're just going to use the pirate mug again because it's awesome. We're also going to be doing it in espresso. Just got a new espresso maker. It's the first thing I've made in it. The other one, after, I guess, what, 4 or 5 years, died this morning, which is why I'm doing the review a little bit later in the day. And then, of course, we're going to be doing it in the NITROPRESS. You know, but while we're here, and maybe a little bit later in the review, we'll talk about the Goonies, because there is something I want to talk about the Goonies. But let's get to the smelling first, the coconut rum. Oh, let's look at the bag again. I like that. That's a nice bag. You got your berried rum there. Got it there as well. The back says, across the vast sea where white sands and gold pieces make up the shore of Bones Island, there lies the most elusive treasure. It is said to be the precious treasure of a pirate king, the perfect blend of bootleg rum, fresh coconuts, and the finest coffee beans in the world. Well, so there you go. So I guess that's what he found. So let's get down to the tasting. Actually, let's get down to the smelling. Sorry. Very coconut heavy. Like a lot. Coffee and coconut. Not really rum notes. Very coconutty. That's, for me, I think, to be a pretty good sign. All right, let's do the cold brew. Got it here. In the Lake Brantley High School Band. This one says 2019, because I go way back. That's right. All right, tasting like a boss. That's really very good. That coconut rum flavor. Just call it what it really is. I mean, there might be a little rum flavor there, but coconut coffee. That's really, really good. Like really good. You know, one of our family's favorite coconut coffees is actually Santa's White Christmas, because it has that coconut flavor in it and that chocolate. You know, the one that they have for it's by Barney's Coconut Santa's White Christmas. We like it a lot, and we tried that next to Bones's version, and I think Bones's version is actually better than Santa's White Christmas, but they're very comparable, very, very comparable. This, I think, is much better. I don't like coconut as in the actual coconut itself, but coconut and coconut rice, coconut milk, when done in tres leche, because you need a lot of sugar in it. I like it there, and I'm really liking this a lot. I don't think I'm giving the remainder of this bag away. I've been trying to, on the ones that I've been trying, so I get a surplus of coffees, giving some out when I'm done with them. Mostly to neighbors, so I'm not having to pay for shipping or anything. But I don't think I'm going to do that with this. I think I'm keeping this for middle daughter of boss when she comes to visit, because I think she's going to like this a lot. We may have to do a comparison of that next to Santa's White Christmas. So Bones, you have a very good cold brew coffee with coconut rum. So let's move to the drip. So the scent off of it is not very strong in coconut. Just coffee. Tastes like a boss. Ooh, I could hold both sides. Works well as a coconut drip too. Flavor is not going to punch you in the face as much as it is in the cold brew, that coconut flavor, but it's still there. You're going to know that's what you're having. But if you only drink it in drip, you don't know what you're missing, because we do it in cold brew, it's really much stronger. But it works very well in the drip too. I give it an A. I give it an A+ in the cold brew. I give it an A in the drip. All right, let's move to the espresso. Interestingly enough, there's a little bit of coconut scent, not as much. I thought it was really going to hit me a lot harder. It's there, it's just not super intense. Tasting like a boss. It's good. I mean, it tastes like what it tastes like, but yeah, it tastes like what it professes to be, but it's a little sharper for me. But again, it's good. I think it excels so well in the cold brew, though, that I don't feel like I'm getting something extra by doing the espresso, you know? And what I mean by that is this. If you take the flavor of the drip and the espresso here, the taste of the coconut is stronger here in the espresso than it is in the drip. But does the flavor come out enough in the espresso to start using it for the espresso versus the cold brew? I really think not. I think the the cold brew just really pulls it out, guys. I mean, it's like you're fully seeing it in the cold brew. Here, if you want to do it this way, you can, but you'll probably just get mad at yourself that you're wasting any of the beans and not doing the cold brew. That's just me. All right, let's move to the NITROPRESS. Now, as the NITROPRESS settles, I want to have just a slight little discussion about Goonies. Okay, again, we have the cold brew here. Nothing in here but the cold brew. It's been charged with nitrogen. That's it. No cream, no sugar, nothing like that. Dispensing like a boss. It's always beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I love it when it separates like that. We'll give it about 30 seconds as it does. I'll put it over here while it does that. And let me just touch on Goonies real quick. First off, love that movie. I mean, came out at the right time in my life. I'm old, so I got to see the theaters. Love it. Great. Of course, you watch it now and you realize all the holes are going to be in it. That's fine. Like, how'd the ship really get in there? You know what I mean? Like, the fireplace. I mean, when was the structure built? Is that structure been there? All that stuff. Let's move past that. Having just watched it this last time, I thought about one thing that never really struck me as much before, and that is, maybe a lot of you have already thought about this. When Sean Astin's character of Mikey, at the end, watching the pirate ship sail away, thanks One-Eyed Willie. And I thought to myself, like, why? Why did you thank him? I mean, let's really wrap our minds around that just now. And I don't know why it took me this long to figure this out. By the way, Sean Astin happens to be like an actor who I think is incredible. We got a cameo purchased for our middle daughter years ago when she was much younger, and for her birthday, because she was a big Stranger Things fan. She loved Bob from Stranger Things. And I just gotta say this about Sean. All he had to do was a quick little video. He gave a long, very heartfelt video. It was just one of the sweetest things ever. So if you ever want a cameo by that guy, assuming he still does it, do it. He's also just seems like a really top-notch dude. Anyway, so Mikey's thanking One-Eyed Willie. Just keep in mind, he's a successful pirate. So in all likelihood, if he was like any other pirates that existed, though we celebrate him, that means that he probably, at the very least, stole, right? Kidnapped, unalived people. We already didn't know he unalived his crew, but unalived other innocent people. Probably, how do I put it? Assaulted people of the opposite gender, or had his men do that too. Burnt things. Let's just put lots of violence and theft. And then, because he's scared that he's going to lose it all, has booby traps built to unalive people who would come to get his treasure, and then unalive his crew. And I don't know if he unalived himself or exactly how that happened, but sets up a booby trap so you can take any of their other gold, but not his. That's how twisted this dude was in the moment. All of that put before you is a story. This young kid who miraculously has survived several events that were created by this dude to unalive him, and having passed the body of a guy, Chester Cobblepot, what's his name? Chester, something like that, who I think is younger than I am now. He was younger than I am, I think, at the time, that he no longer was alive because a big stone dropped on top of him. So he's seen what has happened. He has seen the results of these unalive bodies and all that stuff. And a dude who apparently never had an eye because it's like bone there. So there's nothing there at all, which I don't exactly know why he had to wear a patch, but I don't know, maybe it was gross looking. I have no idea. Anyway, he's now survived. He has the money. He's alive. This guy didn't do anything. He just stole stuff. And so he goes through this adventure. The only thing, it's like if the whole movie was about Mikey and his friends sneaking into a bank and robbing it, and then when they can pay off the loan, him saying, "Thanks, Bank of America." I mean, that's really what it is. But he thanked him in a heartfelt way. And then he said, when you think about it, you were like their first Goonie. No, he wasn't. He was a pirate, dude. This guy was not a good person. And none of your friends, I don't think, are going to grow up to be like that guy. So he was worse. By the way, let's say another thing. Keep in mind, Mikey, this guy that you're thanking was worse in his life than the Fratellis were here, apparently. I don't know how many people they unalive, but I know that's a lot to get into. It's just that was having all these other thoughts about the Goonies, about all these other things. This is the one moment where I thought to myself, why are you thanking him? Why? Oh, God. That's just my thought. Okay, it is separated now after I've gone through that rant. Let's do this side by side. It just smells actually really nice. It smells more intense here than it does here. I don't know why that is. Tastes like a boss on the Cold Brew. Still an A+. Let's taste it here on the NITROPRESS. Brings up the creaminess. Can I take more? I like it. I like it. Let me take some more. Okay. Here's the conclusion I have about the NITROPRESS. The only time that the NITROPRESS won't be better than Cold Brew, I think, ever, is going to be in situations where the flavor of the underlying coffee isn't that strong. If it's not strong enough, when you NITROPRESS it, too much of the flavor will be lost, or all of the flavor will be lost, and you're just going to get a NITROPRESS. That is not the case here. Because the flavor of the coconut rum is so strong in the Cold Brew, when you have it here, you still get it. You taste it after the fact too, and you get the creaminess. So if I had it my way, at worst a tie, but I think here for this one, just lean a little bit more on this. I mean, also it just has that extra special thing to it. But at the same time, if I don't have time to NITROPRESS it, I'm falling back to an A+ here. I mean, A+, A+.5. I don't know what to tell you. These are both really good. So I do not know why it took me this long to try Coconut Rum by Bones Coffee Company, but it's really great. So do yourself a favor, get a bag of this. Watch the Goonies again, because why not? And if you want to put some comments about this or the Goonies, or if you'd like to make some comments on some other stupid movie for me to comment on while I wait for the NITROPRESS to divide, that'll be it. Maybe that'll be my new thing, is to think of some sort of rant to talk about as we wait for the NITROPRESS to develop. All right, until next time, people, thanks for going on this coffee journey with me. From all the Chihuahuas and all the girls and Boss of Boss, thank you for being part of this community. Hit like, subscribe, share, and alerts. And until next time, do you want to come here? No? Okay, well, until next time, people, keep tasting like a boss. And Goonies never die. Or wait, I guess Goonies do die. Goonies never say die. But they did say die. Doesn't make sense. All right, tasting like a boss.